So now we're going to do a step-by-step build of this circuit. This is an Astable op amp right there, which means the output is going to keep alternating between high and low. Blue LED is going to light up when the output is low, basically connected to ground. Red LED is going to light up when the output's high, connected as close to the positive supply as it can. This is not a rail-to-rail or high power op amp, so it falls short of the supply voltages at the output, but it does the best it can. So we got the long lead the anode, short lead the cathode right there. Long lead the anode is going to go directly to the positive supply. So you can see on the schematic the anode heads to the positive supply, cathode heads to the output. The resistor though is between the positive supply. We're actually going to put the resistor between the cathode and the output. So I don't have the pin layout on here, but we have the output on top, the inverting input below it, and the non-inverting input below that. Output minus plus when you're looking at the schematic diagram. So the minus is above the plus on the physical component, and it is on the schematic diagram that I drew right there. You gotta be careful that you put it in the right way. Let's get back to the resistor there. 1000 ohm resistor, and doesn't have to be 1000 ohm, but generally that works pretty good. So let's get to the red LED now to indicate when the output is high. So we are going to put the cathode, the short lead, to the negative supply. Line lead, the anode, is going to head to the output. And actually, I don't want that resistor there because we're getting a little too cramped. So I'm going to go up to that jumper. That jumper goes to the output. Forgot about that. I don't pay as close of attention to this while I'm filming as I would normally. So sorry I missed that jumper there. But yeah, we got 470 ohm resistor. This is actually 220. I'm going to grab the 470. So now I grabbed 470. I make these step-by-step build circuits for absolute beginners, so thought I would mention this. I just grab it when I see that 470 there. I got a kit with a whole bunch of values, and it's a little cramped right here. So you know, I just look for the value there. I put them in order of lowest to highest, pretty easy right there. But there's also the color code. You can see the yellow on there, next to it's violet, and so on. Yellow, violet for 4.7, and then the rest of the color code. We're not going to worry about that too much, but there we go. We're going to go to the long lead, the anode, and we're going to go to the output of the op amp that this little jumper is going to right there. Again, it's going to get a little cramped. Now, we're going to look at the capacitor right there. So that's going to charge when the output's high and discharge when the output is low. Its value and the value of that resistor plus the limitations of the output are going to set the timing. But I just tried like different values till I got this speed. Probably. I made this circuit a long time ago. Probably why there's 470. I don't know why I did that. Red LED is not going to be as bright as it would be with 220. Probably about half. But any case, we got a 10 microfarad capacitor right here. And again, this is for absolute beginners. You should just be able to look at the schematic and build it on your own. That should be the goal. But if right now watching these step-by-step videos helps you, you know, that's perfectly fine. But yeah, 50 volt maximum, 10 microfarad right there. So it looks like a U, but it's got a little line on the side. But you know, if you're typing something on a computer, just go ahead and do U for microfarad. And I don't think I got to go up there. I'm going to go down. So this capacitor is going to go to the inverting input, the minus right there. Second one down. There we go. And then 100K again. The capacitor value sets the speed, as does the resistor. When they get higher, it's a longer time for the out there. And you could go too high at some point. But in case, higher values take longer, lower values go quicker, and you can, you know, do one higher, one lower to get a middle ground timing and whatnot. So we got that. That's going from the output, top pin, to the inverting input, the next pin down. So I think I'll stick that right there. And I think that'll help us to see things better later on. And now we have, first let's start with our voltage divider. So the output goes high or low. It goes as close to the positive supply or negative supply as it can when it goes high if we have a higher voltage there than we have there. It goes low when we have a lower voltage here than there. Main takeaway is the output wants to be more like the non-inverting input than the inverting input. More like the plus than the minus. Something always to remember when you're dealing with op amps right there. So we're going to begin with, we're going to power this with 5 volts right there. And we're going to put one resistor to the positive supply, and then usually this one, I keep it wider, the one up on top a bit. So yeah, that's given us, that will give us 5 volts if we had power applied. Now we're going to grab the other voltage divider resistor right there, and I'm going to aim through the camera and see how good I do. And there you can see we got to the negative supply right there. So they're both 10K resistors, even though the lighting isn't really good enough to read the color code and all that. And I'm going to dim this because the red LED is not going to be very bright. But yeah, we got that. Now, it comes to the output right there. So that's trying to set, well, right now it will give us 2.5 volts. But when we add this resistor, when the output's high, it will raise that voltage. It doesn't get the full 5 volts, so it's kind of hard to tell where it will land, but it'll be a little bit above 5 volts. And even when the output's low, I don't think it will hit 0 volts because we got a load. So it's a little hard to tell what the exact voltages is, but when the output's high, it'll be above 2.5 volts. When the output is low, it'll be below 2.5 volts. That's easy to know because this sets 2.5 volts and that shifts it up or down. And so, you don't need precise numbers. You can do all the calculations and stuff if that you find that really fun to do mathematical formulas and stuff. So, any case, yeah, there it is. It's just a simple voltage divider with positive feedback. So, that's positive feedback going to the plus input. That's negative feedback right there. So now I completely removed the power supply from the circuit there so that I can move this around and, don't have to deal with the cables there getting in the way and all kinds of other stuff. But it's best still turn the power supply off until you're actually ready to power the circuit. That's the main thing. And the capacitor should be completely discharged right now. So I think it's going to be high for a relatively long period of time. Not like super long. But there you can see it was higher longer than it normally is, just because the capacitor had some extra charging it had to do. Now it's bouncing between charging to less than 5 volts and then to down to discharging to more than 0 volts right there. So not as big of a change. But yeah, there you can see it. And red LED should have quite a bit more current. It looks like has a little bit more than the blue LED. This in the Acura is a multimeter. And usually like 3 or 4 times as much current. We'll get it to about the same brightness as the blue LED. I don't know why I did 470 on the schematic right there. But there you can see. It's doing okay right there. We can see that. So now, I made this for absolute beginner, so I went really slow and covered other stuff. I know there's probably a video out there where I did this faster, and I made a short right before this as well. So if you don't like these very slow ones, just kind of look for the same title in my other videos. And I probably made a different speed video. You can look at how long that video is if, you got a certain amount of time that you like. So in any case, that's it. Thanks for watching. Make sure you check out one of the other videos I'm posting on the screen. And check out the links down below. They all help out a lot. I'll see you in the next video.